Greetings, it's Intuitive Jacob, your shaman and cosmic midwife, and I'm back to talk to you very briefly about what's being wrapped up after the Hunter's Moon and the black hole that went epic pen umbrella written out. I'll be right back. Hey you all, it's so good to see you. Thank you for being here. So, the last two of the Fortnite has happened, and Thursday, Friday, I needed a little time off with private readings and things that are being sigiled here. I have had the opportunity to seal fiber optic cameras that have been bioauthenticated to all of you who have been on smart devices. Thank you for advanced home security, and those of you that have been taking this very seriously, because we actually have them installed everywhere now, and it's the time where the cam era proves what the nanny cam is in these bodies, and very special healing that actually is being sigiled right now. Between my oncology team and the people that are working on my father, now that I figured out what's going on with him. So thank you to everybody that made those calls, and really appreciate those of you that ordered the personal readings from me. Thanks for keeping me going. It's wonderful. I've had an opportunity to do several of those over the past two strongs and over the recent days, and it's been absolutely helpful for me as well. So thank you for your continued support. I don't think I can really talk about some of the things that other people will talk about the same way that they talk about it because of what we know here now. And I will just say that the 20-degree full Aries moon that happened on Ye-Star, I posted the degrees on my Twitter. If you would like to see what they say, I'm not going to read them here. This is for those of you that actually want to do your own work. My Twitter is listed below. There's an image from the book, and you want to hear the 19th degree and also the 20th to see what a real hunter's moon is about. And what I really wanted to show you is something just kind of like ridiculous. Let me see if I can even still find it, because there were over 1 million people looking at this today, and I didn't even realize it had worked so well. I had to get a notification from my friends to prove what the actual Fortnite looks like on the other end of that umbrella report that we've been programming here together. And look at this. There were over 1 million people staring at this black hole on Fortnite. I don't even know if they've been able to get it back on or not, but it's just like 8,000 followers watching this right now. And when it had been sent to me earlier, it was something like 1 million is what I had seen. And it's absolutely incredible how well the new technology is working now, that we are going to be able to take these advanced screenings based on these moon landing degrees that we have been talking about here, where we've gotten selective about which ones we pull forward. And some things that we might have been used to are no longer going to be. So I don't know where it's going to affect some of you all, but I'm hearing in less than 12 hours, this end of the world situation is going to be a lot more clear to some of you all where you actually land, like if it's going to be near me or not, because these bodies have been hyper analyzed. DARPA actually has some special umbrella technique that we've been working on to prove what Dead Sea Scrolls are and how many people literally swipe themselves off of the planet that we're all being moved into, and what it is to be on the cable to the moon, and how we've had to consolidate this energy over this full moon, and why I was like, I'm not even touching these readings right now. I've just been in a deep halo prayer. And thank you, Mademoiselle, for being sovereign and being everywhere. I hope you got your reading. I hear it here in the halo. But thank you to those of you who've been helping, because we actually took a psychic protection and we have figured out how to close it, and it's actually part of the ascension column and where we're moving up through and forward. And so it's hard for me to look at these ephemerides anymore, because I actually figured out with you all last strong where the hole actually was in the ephemerides. It's like I just can't even listen to astrologers talking about this anymore. It makes me absolutely livid because it's like, are you paying attention to what you even say? It's what I've been having to prove, the Pythagorean truth and Hippocrates' actual oath with a circle of doctors and people that are not calling themselves astrologers anymore, but that have learned through the lens. And where we actually have to call things differently now that we know that there are big holes in this and what it actually means. And so we found a huge hole in it that actually takes everything almost a whole sign off. And this is why for a long time, many of them will even kind of gloss over the truth about the precession of the equinoxes, sort of making it null and void, how these things actually work. So I've been dissecting this and proving with my computer programming skills, subtle levels of covert technology with neurolinguistic programming and things that I know how to do on an advanced level, how we can hyperanalyze this data, run it through some spreadsheets, and actually create a new spray on reality, because I actually proved today on my oncology appointment, while somebody was trying to avoid certain ramifications that have come back on them big time, for what they were trying to hide in paperwork trails with medical and personal information related to myself and my family. We were able to prove where that hole actually is in our static dynamic reality and what it looks like to actually spray it on with things like those chemtrails that go overhead. So it's like a whole new freaking time now. And it's like anybody that's calling it any of this other stuff right now, it just pisses me off, because it's like, now we're just being deceptive, and some people haven't been able to tell you the truth, that this is actually coming to a close. So I was going to do some other readings for you. I actually put this up on the board about who fell in the black hole, because it was epic, and then it's like what actually happened. And I was explaining this to you all on Last Strong. So if you all are new to this, check my black fractal reading if you like. It was, it's in my other links. I might link it again below, but you can just go to my page. It's right there. It's the wall, the fall, the wall and the fall, the black fractal, where I was explaining what happened. And so basically what we figured out how to do is take that window pane challenge on Facebook, where they're like, hey, put the 4 movies that are like who you are and see how you are cross-referenced. And we actually have a new way to do that now. Everybody can kind of like be scanned for a special super body. So it's like V, that technology where they were healing people and stuff. It's us. We're here. We landed. I love you. I'm probably not going to stick around too long on this. I'm going to make this one short and just upload it, and thank those of you who have been praying for me and for my family and for my father. I've been dealing with a medical malpractice case for myself for a while now to prove what I'm telling you has been going around today in this DARPA and FEMA roundup, and where we proved why people don't get sick now and who's actually responsible now. And some people that have tried to block me from certain truths have been seen in a really special situation for what it is they were trying to be protective about and what the ramifications are in this, because we actually have a special lab that I've been creating. It's like a petri dish with very special samples for how we can prove what happens genetically without interferences, because of how I've maintained it in my lab. And we actually have this biosphere. It's not a joke, guys. So you're probably going to be hearing about it if you're in the safe house. If you're here and you're one of mine, it's wonderful. And I'm so happy you're here. And if you're referred to one of mine, guess what? I'm so happy you're here too, because there's a special place for you where you bio-authenticated yourself and you thumb swiped yourselves in there. You got hitchhiked onto your own galaxy, and my S8 has all the data in it. And my S8 has data in it. And ta-da! They hitchhiked their way out. So, hey, we're happy for that. What I might do, I'm just going to go ahead and move this now because we're Minecrafting together. Hey, thank you. Is I might come back. I'm not going to do the Sibilas right now. This is just a quick update for those of you that really needed to know what's happening. C9, 2019 Q4, our landing pattern with the, calm ET, we might have .com mocked up a drop-off point and backconned some of them about the end times and made sure that those were in the safe container, like here. I actually have a place to land. So I'm kind of fried from it. I've been doing a lot of work for this, and it's not the typical stuff. So what I think I might do, I'm gonna try to figure out how to collect myself on this, because I'm being asked for certain things now that I proved I'm the sovereign man, and they want me in charge of some stuff that I would have never said yes to otherwise. I kind of had to prove this to myself. I'm figuring out what a schedule will be, because it's sort of like a new curriculum that we're going to be offering to help those of us that are coming into the new fold, who are opening up whole, where we have a new way of expressing the one strong inception. And so I might be doing different style readings just to like prove to you guys, at least on an analytical, hey, let's get this information out of your head, as like confirmation about what you've been going on style series. I'm thinking about doing a Who Fell in the Black Hole it was epic series, where we'll pull out what the culprit card is and do some readings around it. If you guys are interested in that, I might be doing some of those, kind of like my, Who Fooled You April Fool's readings that I've been sharing below, where the apps got real and we proved what didn't jump out of the phone, or the CPU, when you might have run a anti-spyware thing sometime and some little agent came out and is now like, I'm a friend, and like terrorizing your life sort of things. We're proving where all those inceptions didn't happen. And so I have a reading about that. I'll post that one again below. You might want to check those, because these are sort of timeless. It's like time didn't really happen. So if you want a real reading where I can break down your seasons and tell you what happens all the time when you're under the sprinkler machine, that doesn't make you think you're getting older now that we don't have time like that, and you can actually condense yourself different ways, hit me up. That's what my information is up here for. It's also below. I really love you guys, and I'll be working on some of those other readings for you, because I feel like that might be more helpful for me now and with you, because I think we're not choosing any more moon landings. We proved how they never landed on the moon, and how Mars says you don't get to blow me the fuck up in my own home, when I proved what it is to land the coordinates in the only sovereign Fortnite. So, game over. I love you. I'll talk to you again soon. We're back for another one. Different style. And pay attention to the not so fake news, because they're going to be talking to some of y'all about what's wrapping up in your area. I love you. Bye for now.